All right. Crude oil, Sunday, October 13th, 2022. This is really just for my personal trade journal video that I make each week, but I've been sharing it. Some guys like it. I'll keep doing it until I get yelled at or kicked off the site. So here we go. Crude oil. I made this chart, I made these levels rather, a week ago. And to my amazement, price really interacted with my levels quite well. And the thing that really man, really. I mean, it came right back down on Friday afternoon, right to this level that I had called ideal support, like on Monday or something. I put this little skinny line there based on a couple of different methods and called it ideal support, thinking if we get above first this red zone, we did, then get above this resistance, we did, then this didn't touch it, kind of kept going, but then it came back and smacked it almost to the penny and had a reaction. I should have listened. I should have followed my own uh, work, my own objective, more intellectual work is what all this is. Did I follow that? No. Why? Because I'm short and I just want it to bounce. Fine, bounce. I allowed for the bounce. I actually added to the short up in here, and now it kept going and it got above. No big deal. Got above. I call it, call it a Darvis box. A couple little tricks about that, but I want to keep this video short. But like, put a box around price and see how it handles it. It broke the bottom of the box, which is fine. Hit ideal support, fine. Bounces, great. Shouldn't get above half of the Darvis box, the 50% level of the Darvis box, if it's going to continue lower. It got above it. Okay, big deal. Just something I'm mentioning. Um, it's, it's just another thing to look at. But honestly, if you're an LA Wave guy, look at this. It terminated right at the 1618 of where I'm counting this. Um, yeah, if this one, actually, where am I counting that from? Okay, right. Yeah. So it's another 1, 2 basically, which would be C, right? If this is an ABC, then it seems quite reasonable for it to terminate somewhere up into the same resistance levels that have been on my chart for a week. But if you want to be exact about it, now after the action and so forth, it looks like it could come up into here. So my shorts are going to be toast. What I'll do is, well, I already have a break even stop before the weekend, so because it would have to gap up massively to ruin my day. So I got a break even stop up into here, and it honestly, it seems like from Friday's action that seems more likely than not that this is going to finish. Why? Well, because of what it did. The price action is always, it's ugly. It's been overlapping for months. Everybody knows that. It's hard to measure. It's just where do you measure it from? Because it's overlapping. It crisscrosses just about every important level that I put on here. Except for now, it's following this very well. Hits ideal support. I should have taken my shorts off. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, didn't. Why? Because of my personal greed. I'm apparently very greedy. So I have a large position. It's working in my favor. But I knew this is sort of in no man's land. So the way this reacted off of that support, it told me something. It told me, oh, so really maybe it really does need to finish. And I only measured it after the market had closed. These blue fibs, which I now see project very nicely up into here, which there's some confluence there with other work and other analysts actually as well. So there you go. Is this helpful at all to you? Probably not, because what am I really saying? But for me personally, it's just another example of my personal greed, because honestly, had I been paying attention, I should have measured this on Thursday actually, or even on Friday morning. There was plenty here to measure this better and get a better idea, but I didn't. And this came down, and by the way, where this terminated is below the 236. See the red 236 and above the 382, and it just barely crossed the 100 fib. So this is like ideal wave 3, ideal wave 4, and look, it looks like 3 waves even for wave 4. So to me, it seems more likely than not that we're going to go up and get into here. And then, if this is a one of some bullish count, right, of wave one of some degree, it still needs to come back, right? So, I mean, I'll be shorting it depending on how it behaves up in here. I'll still be looking for a short entry, and then, expecting a wave two of some degree. So I'll still be shorting, but I'm not gonna. All I'm gonna do is break even stop on my shorts. I'm not gonna go long. This was the ideal place to go long. Jack, remember, Falcon, maybe some other guys longed this. I didn't, and I'm still short. So we'll see what happens. And technically, I don't have anything really to say because on these lower time frames, the technicals got all weird. The ideal setup, what Mercury pointed out, Barry, and so did I, that there was a nice negative divergence on the 1 hour, and it really played off. Had I just trusted the small, still voice that said, take off your shorts there, I'd beat up, deeply. But I didn't. That's fine. This happens. So I'll take it off at break even if this wants to keep coming up. This is another level. It didn't behave so well over here, but whatever. This is a level that I had. But I don't know, man. It just, everything looks like it wants to come up into this resistance, and which would be 5 waves for an A, B, C correction for the downside to continue. Either way, it should terminate up into here somewhere if it makes it that far and come back, either whether you're a bull or a bear. All right, good luck. See ya.